as I attempt to re-enter the UK. The fight may start now, yeah? Maybe a fight to free me straight away. I want to get out on bail. But listen, what I want to get very clear to everyone, I made this decision. It's my decision. Something I've struggled with for the last few weeks, to think about what I'm going to put my kids through, how long I'm going to be gone for. Am I right in what I'm doing? And I am right. I made the decision. Right, mate, how are you?
Absolute legend.
Thank you, bro. Thank you very much.
You are, and what video do it? Absolute legend.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. So, I made this decision. So, if that judge puts me in jail, if they arrest me at court, know that I'm a very calculated person. I'm not an idiot. I planned every fucking second of it, right? Why would I do that? Because what we're about to expose next week, it would have took me a lifetime of working every day to bring such a torch on the corrupt judiciary. Now, why is that important? Because you all witnessed after the 27th of July, you all got to see how dangerous a corrupt judiciary is, a weaponised judiciary. So the whole world needs to know it, they need to see it. And that's what's going to happen next week. So whilst it's terrible for me, it's going to be terrible for my children, I apologise again, kids. But for our cause, it's the best possible thing that could have happened. When that film was originally leaked, we're going straight to the end, yeah? Burger King. Triple whopper cheese, 3 slices cheese. Going straight to the end, yeah?
Just needs to do that. I have to get your freaking crazy money.
I don't get it in England. Just get out of custody. So,
But I have
we've got some mad German with us, right? Independent filmmaker, that's why she's here. When she first contacted us, I said, who do you work for? Because if you give me a company name, I was about to say, fuck off German, right? But she's independent. So I said, all right, fair enough. So anyway. Yeah, anyway. I'd say that about 5 times. I'd about to say that about 5 times. But listen, that's my point. My point is, what I'm walking into, I chose to walk into. And I chose to walk into it because my job is to shine the light on corruption and bring you the truth. And they took the truth away from everyone here. And the collateral damage of Bailey, of Charlie, of all the families, of the school, didn't matter to them. So, we'll see what happens very soon. Yeah? Who knows, mate? Maybe I'll be sitting in Chicken George by tomorrow. I doubt it. But if ever there's been a rallying cry from me to you, it's to get to London on the 26th, man. Do not. The purpose of the intimidation by the government, by those tyrants in power, by the televised arrests, the televised sentencing of old men. Do you know what I heard today? I don't know if it's true. So, a 61-year-old, I've got his name, hung himself yesterday, who was put in prison for the UK riots for nothing, a pension above, a pensioner. Show your solidarity with every one of them. There's political prisoners right now. I've never felt so pissed off with the government for the way and what they've done to those people. Our documentary's coming out on 26th. Stay safe, and I'll speak to you all pretty soon.
Tommy Robinson, a highly controversial figure in British politics and media, has once again made headlines with his latest video, recorded as he returned to the United Kingdom. The video is not just a personal account of his own legal battles, but also a scathing critique of the broader political and judicial landscape, which Robinson describes as fundamentally corrupt and weaponized. In this address, his criticisms are squarely directed at the current government, particularly Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party. Robinson places much of the blame on Starmer, accusing him of being instrumental in sustaining and reinforcing a judicial system that Robinson perceives as unjust, politicized, and corrupt. In the video, Robinson explains that his return to the UK was not a decision he took lightly. He openly acknowledges the risks involved, knowing that he could be arrested, face trial, and potentially imprisonment. Despite these risks, he frames his choice as one of principle, stating that he had agonized over the impact it would have on his family, particularly his children, but ultimately believes he has made the right decision. For Robinson, this personal sacrifice is necessary to shine a light on what he calls a corrupt judiciary that has been weaponized by the government to silence dissent and opposition. One of Robinson's primary arguments in the video is that the upcoming events he is involved in will expose the full extent of this judicial corruption to the world. He asserts that, while his potential imprisonment might seem like a personal loss, it is in fact a strategic step to bring widespread attention to the injustices he believes are rampant within the system. He frames himself as a calculated and deliberate figure, emphasizing that he has thought through every possible outcome and is prepared for the consequences. According to Robinson, what he will expose next week would otherwise have taken him a lifetime to reveal through ordinary efforts, but his confrontation with the judiciary will bring the issue to the forefront far more quickly. A key part of Robinson's message is his call for unity and resistance among his supporters. He insists that the public must not be cowed by what he describes as an oppressive and authoritarian government, which he accuses of using the legal system as a tool of intimidation and control. He urges his supporters to rally on the 26th of the month, framing it as a crucial moment to stand against the government's tyranny. He references the televised arrests and sentencing of old men, and recounts hearing that a 61-year-old man, imprisoned for his role in the UK riots, had recently taken his own life. For Robinson, this story is emblematic of a broader systemic injustice that targets ordinary citizens while protecting the interests of the political elite. Robinson reserves his harshest criticisms for Keir Starmer. As leader of the Labour Party and former director of public prosecutions, Starmer has long been a figure of particular ire for Robinson and his supporters. In the video, Robinson accuses Starmer of being deeply complicit in the corruption of the legal system. He blames Starmer for using his previous role to reinforce a system that, according to Robinson, is designed not to deliver justice, but to protect those in power and punish those who dare to speak out. Starmer, in Robinson's view, is not merely a figurehead of the opposition party, but an active participant in the systematic oppression of political dissidents, which Robinson believes includes himself and others who challenge the mainstream political consensus. Tommy Robinson has long fashioned himself as a crusader against what he sees as the decay of the British state, with his rhetoric often focused on fighting government overreach, defending free speech, and exposing corruption. His speeches and public appearances frequently use provocative and inflammatory language, capturing the attention of both supporters and critics. Many of his supporters see Robinson as a fearless defender of the people, a man willing to take on the establishment and stand up for the rights of ordinary citizens. To them, he is a symbol of resistance against an oppressive state that is increasingly seen as silencing dissenting voices under the guise of legal proceedings. However, Robinson is not without his critics. His approach, which is often confrontational and uncompromising, has made him a polarizing figure in British society. Many argue that his rhetoric goes beyond legitimate criticism of the government and judiciary, fueling social division and stoking tensions between different groups. His actions and words often attract controversy, and many believe that his style of activism serves to heighten political and social polarization rather than contribute to constructive debate or solutions. In this latest video, his aggressive tone and unflinching condemnation of the political system are in keeping with the highly charged and adversarial persona he has cultivated over the years. Nonetheless, Robinson's message in this video reflects the depth of his dissatisfaction with the current political landscape. His harsh criticism of Keir Starmer and the broader establishment is not just a personal attack, but part of a larger narrative that Robinson has been constructing for years. One that frames the British government and judiciary as enemies of freedom and democracy. By calling for public demonstrations and encouraging his followers to stand up against what he sees as tyranny, Robinson is positioning himself as a central figure in a broader movement of resistance against the state. In conclusion, Tommy Robinson's latest video serves as a fierce condemnation of the government. With Keir Starmer squarely in his sights, Robinson argues that the judicial system has been co-opted as a political tool used to oppress and silence those who dare to challenge the status quo. He accuses Starmer of playing a key role in this systemic corruption and calls on his supporters to resist these injustices. Whether seen as a champion of the people or a divisive provocateur, Robinson's message is clear. The fight against government tyranny is far from over, and he intends to lead it. Thanks for watching, and be sure to join the free Telegram group linked in the description, where we can talk freely and uncensored about important issues like this and support each other. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and become a channel member for exclusive content. See you next time.